Dale Breckenridge Carnegie was an American writer and lecturer and the developer of famous courses in self-improvement, salesmanship, corporate training, public speaking, and interpersonal skills. Born into poverty on a farm in Missouri, he was the author of How to Win Friends and Influence People, a massive bestseller that remains popular today. He also wrote How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, Lincoln the Unknown, and several other books. One of the core ideas in his books is that it is possible to change other people's behavior by changing one's behavior toward them. Biography. Born in 1888 in Maryville, Missouri, Carnegie was a poor farmer's boy, the second son of James William Carnagey and wife Amanda Elizabeth Harbison. His family moved to Belton, Missouri when he was a small child. In his teens, though still having to get up at 4 a.m. every day to milk his parents' cows, he managed to obtain an education at the State Teachers College in Warrensburg. His first job after college was selling correspondence courses to ranchers. He moved on to selling bacon, soap, and lard for Armour and Company. He was successful to the point of making his sales territory of South Omaha, Nebraska, the national leader for the firm. After saving $500, Dale Carnegie quit sales in 1911 in order to pursue a lifelong dream of becoming a Chautauqua lecturer. He ended up instead attending the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York, but found little success as an actor, though it is written that he played the role of Dr. Hartley in a road show of Polly of the Circus. When the production ended, he returned to New York, unemployed, nearly broke, and living at the YMCA on 125th Street. There he got the idea to teach public speaking, and he persuaded the Y manager to allow him to instruct a class in return for 80% of the net proceeds. In his first session, he had run out of material. Improvising, he suggested that students speak about something that made them angry, and discovered that the technique made speakers unafraid to address a public audience. From this 1912 dark copyright but, the Dale Carnegie course evolved. Carnegie had tapped into the average American's desire to have more self-confidence, and by 1914, he was earning $500 every week. Perhaps one of Carnegie's most successful marketing moves was to change the spelling of his last name from Carnegie to Carnegie, at a time when Andrew Carnegie was a widely revered and recognized name. By 1916, Dale was able to rent Carnegie Hall itself for a lecture to a packed house. Carnegie's first collection of his writings was Public Speaking, a practical course for businessmen, later entitled Public Speaking and Influencing Men in Business. His crowning achievement, however, was when Simon & Schuster published How to Win Friends and Influence People. The book was a bestseller from its debut in 1936, in its 17th printing within a few months. By the time of Carnegie's death, the book had sold 5 million copies in 31 languages, and there had been 450,000 graduates of his Dale Carnegie Institute. It has been stated in the book that he had critiqued over 150,000 speeches in his participation in the adult education movement of the time. During World War I he served in the U.S. Army. His first marriage ended in divorce in 1931. On November 5, 1944, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, he married Dorothy Price Vanderpool, who also had been divorced. Vanderpool had 2 daughters. Rosemary, from her first marriage, and Donna Dale from their marriage together. Carnegie died at his home in Forest Hills, New York. He was buried in the Belton, Cass County, Missouri, cemetery. The official biography from Dale Carnegie and Associates, Incorporated states that he died of Hodgkin's disease, complicated with uremia, on November 1, 1955. How to Win Friends and Influence People, published in 1936, How to Win Friends and Influence People is still a popular book in business and business communication skills. Dale Carnegie's 4-part book is packed with advice to create success in business and personal lives. How to Win Friends and Influence People is a tool used in Dale Carnegie training and includes the following parts: Part 1, Fundamental Techniques in Handling People, Part 2, 6 Ways to Make People Like You, Part 3, How to Win People to Your Way of Thinking, Part 4, Be a Leader, How to Change People Without Giving Offense or Arousing Resentment, Dale Carnegie Training, The Dale Carnegie course in effective speaking and human relations is a learn-by-doing-based program for individuals based on Dale Carnegie's teachings. It was founded in 1912 and is represented in more than 90 countries. More than 8 million people have completed Dale Carnegie training. Since its founding, Dale Carnegie training has expanded into sales training, leadership training, presentations training, and most recently customized corporate solutions. The flagship program is the Dale Carnegie course, which is offered at all locations around the globe. The course comprises a proprietary process that uses team dynamics and intra-group activities to strengthen interpersonal relations, manage stress and handle fast-changing workplace conditions. Other subjects included are communication, creative problem-solving and focused leadership. The course is based on a 5-phase continuous improvement cycle: build greater self-confidence, strengthen people skills, enhance communication skills, develop leadership skills, improve attitude and reduce stress. Quotes, "The ideas I stand for are not mine. I borrowed them from Socrates. I swiped them from Chesterfield. I stole them from Jesus. And I put them in a book. If you don't like their rules, whose would you use? The essence of all art is to take pleasure in giving pleasure. I'm very fond of strawberries and cream, but I have found that for some strange reason, fish prefer worms. So when I went fishing, I didn't unregistered trademark think about what I wanted. I thought about what they wanted. I didn't bait the hook with strawberries and cream. Rather, I dangled a worm or grasshopper in front of the fish. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. Are you bored with life? Then throw yourself into some work you believe in with all your heart, live for it, die for it, and you will find happiness that you had thought could never be yours. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. Books, 1915, Art of Public Speaking, with Joseph Bergeson-Wein. 1920, Public Speaking, The Standard Course of the United YMCA Schools. 1926, Public Speaking, A Practical Course for Businessmen. Later editions and updates changed the name of the book several times: Public Speaking and Influencing Men in Business, How to Develop Self-Confidence and Influence People by Public Speaking and Public Speaking for Success. 1932, Lincoln, The Unknown. 1934, Little-Known Facts About Well-Known People. 1936, How to Win Friends and Influence People. 1937, 5-Minute Biographies. 1944, Dale Carnegie's Biographical Roundup. 1948, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. 1959, Dale Carnegie's Scrapbook, A Treasury of the Wisdom of the Ages. A selection of Dale Carnegie's writings edited by Dorothy Carnegie. 1962, The Quick and Easy Way to Effective Speaking. The Fourth Revision of Public Speaking and Influencing Men in Business, by Dorothy Carnegie, based upon Dale Carnegie's own notes and ideas, but a very different book than original. Booklets, most given out in Dale Carnegie courses. 1938, How to Get Ahead in the World Today. 1936, The Little Golden Book. 1946, How to Put Magic in the Magic Formula. 1947, A Quick and Easy Way to Learn to Speak in Public. 1952, How to Make Our Listeners Like Us. 1959, How to Save Time and Get Better Results in Conferences. 1960, How to Remember Names. 1965, The Little Recognized Secret of Success. 1979, Apply Your Problem-Solving Know-How. See also, Napoleon Hill, Self-Help, Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude, Carnegie, Notes. External links, quotations related to Dale Carnegie at Wiki. Quote, Dale Carnegie Training, The Art of Public Speaking.